Righteousness, the burning soul of virtue. But what are all the in-depth details of exactly what righteousness is? That is what I'll expand upon in this video, cause I'm very smart. And a heads up, it's an opinion-based thing, kinda. Righteousness is in short to fight for good. Insert joke about video ending here. In longer form is it to fight the good fight against injustice, cruelty and evil, and to punish those who commit heinous acts, all the same no matter who it might come from, rich or poor, young or old, man or woman, friend or foe, punishing them in right amount in accordance to what their crime has been. So how is a righteous person? They are someone who goes out of their way specifically to stop bad. But of course, there are many varieties. And they can go all the way from someone who hangs out around tourist traps to warn people of them, or all the way to someone who joins a resistance movement to free their people from foreign rulers or to overthrow a tyrannical government. I really want to talk about what just happened in Syria, but I'll hold myself back. Someone who travels around the world and enlists in resistances to fight against tyrants is righteous in doing so, and even most righteous people are not righteous in such a strong way. The average righteous person is just someone like a person that chooses to become a cop because they want to protect people, or someone who volunteers to help catch scammers, thieves, and so on and so forth. A righteous person is someone who steps in to help when they see something like a person being abused by someone that has more power and is using it to abuse the other, stopping someone who is pickpocketing, warning people of extortionately high prices and telling them where to get better ones, or donating money to help in a law case against corrupt business leaders. The strongly righteous are the ones who fight against corruption, criminal enterprises, and tyrannical leaders with their own lives on the line, treating them as just cause necessary to bring about a better world, bringing down the burning sword of justice upon those bad and powerful forces in a righteous charge for victory and for good. Fighting spirit and goodwill are the core essences of righteousness. The fighting spirit within being the burning fire hungering for a goal and wanting to get there, and getting there by putting in the effort needed for it, while the goodwill being a lasting wish that there will be better and that bad must be stopped. Together, goodwill makes what is the goal of stopping a bad thing, and the fighting spirit being the one to put in the effort and battle its way to it. Whether it be getting people to not buy something with a too high price, or it be overthrowing someone that is a tyrant in their eyes. I so want to talk about Syria right now. The part of righteousness that is to punish those who commit the acts which are righteous to fight against is a role and act which are mostly exclusive to those who themselves have power, because a random person can't just take someone who did a bad thing and imprison them in their closet or whatever. For two reasons. First being it would be illegal, and second being it would be too many resources that most just don't have. For that reason, you must have power to punish the unjust and crooked on a large scale. But most people who cultivate such power and might aren't righteous, good ones, or the ones that are also corrupt and won't probably punish many. But those who do have power and use it accordingly and justly are some of the most righteous in the world. Even more righteous are those who seek power to have the ability to rightly punish the perpetrators of bad actions. Earlier I said that being able to punish people who do bad is mostly exclusive to those who themselves have power. Emphasis on mostly, as it is possible for anyone to punish someone for things they have done, whether it's right or not, as was seen with the also recent assassination of the United Healthcare CEO. I really did choose to make the perfect video, and it wasn't even planned. But as the reason for it happening was, some people are out of the reach of the law because they have too much power and the law sometimes fails. but the people can take justice into their own hands and punish those who aren't by the powers who are supposed to do so, which at surface level seems great, especially now in a time when the quote-unquote justice system hands out small slaps on the wrists of people who deserve way more, and in some cases works well and makes justice be served to those normally out of its reach. But it can also set a dangerous precedent that people should head out and kill who they deem as bad enough to be killed, as then every politician and CEO would start being shot left, right and center, and that would cause civilization-ending chaos. Now is where it gets into more opinionated territories, depending on if you believe in objective morals or not. What actions are bad, and what it is the right punishment for what. That is a very broad thing to just say, bad actions, but that also goes well with the fact that righteousness is usually not a word that is used to describe someone who only stopped a thief once, but more intensive and more repeated actions. There are some who think that the quote-unquote punishment for committing crimes should be to be put into a cell to be rehabilitated, so the people who commit them don't do them again and can be put out free, and some who think people who commit crimes should receive actual punishments for their actions, and you can probably easily guess which one I agree with by how I said it. Which now isn't the time to tell why I believe so. And if you watched my last video, you probably believe that's my favorite thing to say. Punishments should be a reason not to do something. So more severe crime calls for a more severe punishment, and giving so is righteous. Giving too soft punishment for a horrible crime is an unjust and a non-righteous thing to do. But it's also the same the other way around. Giving a too harsh punishment for a small offense is tyrannical and a non-righteous thing to do.
Sırf